Hi guys, what's up YouTube? This is Quick Bob here at it with a Pokemon Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle. This time I'm up against a guy called Justin from my Pokemon Central Draft League. And this is pretty exciting because what a draft league is essentially you get to choose between 10 or 12 Mons and you have to build a team around yours knowing his as well. So you have to counter team, you have to expect what he's bringing, and you're allowed to be more versatile with your Pokemon because you only have to worry about 12 Mons instead of the entire freaking meta. So that's pretty dope. I got some interesting stuff. I knew he was going to be green, so I made sure I bought my 2 grass types, made sure I bought my Lottie, and I made sure I bought my Primarina because that damn Sharpedo was going to be annoying. So I made sure that I was able to beat that Sharpedo because Sharpedo actually beat like the remaining 10 Mons on my team, not even kidding. So I'm glad I have that. I have a Gliscor set, which might seem unfitting because I needed something that could take out Magnezone and potential Vikavolt. So I decided to bring out Gliscor, and I decided to have Infernape as a good anti-lead because I figured that he actually does a good job against a lot of his team. So that's basically my squad. The Gliscor, though, it's a bit interesting. I'll show you later. And as for leads, honestly, it didn't matter. I was going to lead with Infernape, but I expected either Landorus or Garchomp. Depending on what set he was, I expected one of them to be Stealth Rocks, so whichever one he led with would have Stealth Rocks. And that's basically my thought process. And without further ado, let's get straight into the match. So my opponent decides to go out with Landorus. I decide to get up my Stealth Rocks because he could be Scarfed, but if he was Scarfed and he went for U-turn, then I'd have potentially have no opportunity to get up my Stealth Rocks. So I decided to do that, and now I decided to hit him with that HP Ice, and I knew that it was gonna body him. He goes to Sword Stance thinking that I'm just your typical Endeavor set, but nah, bitch. Thunder God. He sends out his Arachnoid, and I decide to just Thunder Punch. I mean, my Infernape has a Focus Sash, so I can at least take one hit. And, you know, he ends up going for Leech Life, which actually sucks because it means he could live a potential Thunder Punch. And I was just like, I'll go for it anyways, and just take out this Landorus, who, for some reason, sets a fodder. I mean, he wasn't going to be that useful. No, he sets out Sharpedo, and I'm like, I can't let this thing set up. So I send out my Griffiths, and he goes to the Protect. He gets the Speed Boost, which, I mean, at least I know what it has Protect, so it can't have Aqua Jet or some sort. I decide to just go for the safe Moonblast. He sends out Magnezone, and I have a check just for this. It's called Gliscor, and it doesn't take it as well as I thought. That sucks. But on the good news is I calced, and it turns out it can't be Specs, and I'm thinking it's Scarfed. So I know that my Clockwork can take one hit, and it's a perfect opportunity to get my Rapid Spin because now my Gliscor can live a Flash Cannon, which is pretty good. And I make a huge risk here. I go out to my Gliscor. I did not want that Arachnoid healing back to full, so I took a risk. If I lost Gliscor there, it would have sucked for me, as you'll see later. But fortunately, he goes for the Leech Life. I just take him out with Earthquake. And now I'm in a percent that I can live a Magnezone hit, so now he's forced to send out his Sharpedo. As I send out my Primarina again, takes an EQ, gets a Speed Boost, and now he Mega Evolves. Which, on the bright side, means that he can't really clean my weak to Sharpedo team later, but it means that this mod's a huge threat, and I end up going for a Skull, particularly in Magnezone. Bad idea, because now this guy's a threat, and I was just like, Primarina might be useful, potentially against Magnezone, if he goes to HPI, so I'm going to sacrifice my Infernape. Because Infernape, let's face it, he wasn't going to do much because, I mean, he lost the Sash, and he got up his rocks. So, Infernape ends up dying, but at least I can go up to Tango for free. And he just decides to go for the damage. Maybe he could have switched out to Magnezone, but his Sharpedo could have died to potentially anything, and it didn't have Speed Boost. So, yeah, and he thinks that my Latios has max speed, which it doesn't. But, yeah, so it wasn't going to do much. here I decide to sack Griffisu, but it turns out that it's HPI, so it's like, okay, cool, I can show off my cool set, which would have been pretty nice to show. But unfortunately, he dies, didn't get to show the dankness. But now I'm able to send out Gliscor, and I'm just gonna go for that clean EQ. Unfortunately though, things look pretty bad for me though, right? Because he has a Politoed, and my Dalmatius is weakened, and Tangrowth can get stalled. So, he actually has the advantage in theory, right? Well, nah. I reveal that sunny day, and now it's all of a sudden, the momentum, which was originally in his favor because of that Politoed, is now in my favor. Because, you know, after this Protect, you're just gonna see how much little damage this Scald does. Just watch. I go for the Swords Dance because I was worried that he might Encore, like, next turn. So, he goes for Scald. That did nothing. I could, like, look at that. He almost healed it all up. That's crazy. So, I'm able to just clean up. He's not able to Encore me because I went for Swords Dance a turn earlier. And it's looking like GG. The only way he could possibly win at this point is if he's like Z Sandstorm Garchomp. And not only that, I'd have to miss an Earthquake. I mean, that's pretty likely, but, you know, that's his only real way. And honestly, I doubt it. Like, he probably would run Scarf Chomp on his team, given his lack of speed. But he goes out to Garchomp, and just look at this. He doesn't have the Z Sandstorm, which means I'm able to clean up, and that's gonna be good game. So I hope you guys enjoyed the match. It was a pretty fun one. Got to show off the dankness, the fire, and draft leagues are shown to be really fun. I hope you guys enjoy these draft matches. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Where you going? Bop.